in this video, this is just two people saying that masses changed in the 1800s. Churches massively changed, and they can't be the only thing that massively changed. But in the 1800s, they built on, added, and this little video just is two people saying it. So I just thought I'd put it together that one of the reasons that we're in the mess we are today is not because of the wonderful Victorians, it's because of the damn Victorians. Anyway, let's listen to the video and leave your comments afterwards. Oh, we've come into this church, it's quite amazing. I said to Mickey, it's like we're in Italy. Do you know any history about the church?
I think you'd be better off asking the lady in blue just now. She's quite involved in it.
I might do, because it kind of looks like you're in Italy.
Yeah. I think it's 14th century.
Yeah, that's Henry VIII. Yeah, a lot of Henry VIII still left here. People don't. They say it's Victorian, but it isn't. It's Henry VIII. Anyway, I'm going to stop a second.
How old is it, Alison? Old church warden?
Well, it's the painting, because it kind of looks like we're in Italy now.
Ah, no, that's all Elizabethan.
Yeah.
Not Elizabethan.
Henry VIII.
No, it's all Victorian.
I reckon it's older than that.
No, it's Victorian.
All Victorian.
All the paintwork was done by the Victorians. Although the church dates back to there's records of it in the Domesday Book.
Right.
So it's very, very old.
Yeah.
But in terms of the paintings on the walls and stuff, that was all added during the Victorian times.
Looks older though.
I know, but
I mean?
they did use to try and make it look older.
Because what it is you look at houses now and you think, me and Mickey, we sort of look. I'm not saying we just look things up. We're not historians. We just go and look things up, and then now we realise that a lot of the houses actually are Henry VIII, not Victorian, or what people call Victorian. They've all got overhangs and things.
Yeah.
It's the way the chimneys and the windows are. You just look at it and you know that it's older than they've said it is.
Well, this is a very old church. As I said, it's right back to the Domesday Book, but there's been so many modifications, and one of the main things was during the Victorian times was they were
that's when they did a lot of churches then.
Yeah.
They either extended them and
changed them or decorated
in the
them.
1800s. Yeah, it's the same in Mickey's. He's in Carl Shorten.
Oh.
Hey, hello everybody. I'm here today with Sven, and we are with his video called Hidden History of Boscombe. And obviously I might go, what's that then, or whatever it is, but we're going to talk a bit about these churches. I'm just going to put the video on. So this is you out. And how are you, Sven?
I'm very well, thank you, Karen. Very well. How are you? Thanks for having me on, by the way. How are you?
Pleasure. Oh, I'm all right there. I'm all churched out right now, and I'm a bit like, oh God. If you try to explain this to someone like your parents or whatever, they'll just think you're crazy. But we know what we're seeing, don't we? We know we're seeing things are not right.
Yeah, we know we're seeing things that don't add up to what we're told we're seeing.
It's almost as if, because I heard Dave mention it in that video that you did, one of the last ones you did with him. It might have been on the tour, but he was basically saying it's like someone comes down and does it all in front of you and you just don't see it, and then you open your eyes, it's all done and it's old, it's done. It is a little bit like that, isn't it? As if we blink and then
Yeah, it's very true. And
then I used to turn up at churches and used to look at it and go, oh, look at that old church, and now I go, oh look, add on, oh look, it goes down there, oh they're not real, that's not. I see it totally different now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's a bit of it's not a shock, but sort of, isn't it? Because, we weren't expecting the churches to be a lie. But I knew, because of the dates of the tombs, the tombstones, the dates on there, it had to have been done in the 1800s, because they don't go back further than that. Not many. There are a few from the 1700s, but nearly all gravestones are in the mid-1880s, which is when they changed all the churches.
Yeah, I think one of the big giveaways, of course, is that they're all mud flooded for a start. All of them. They all have crypts, so-called crypts, don't they? Where they admit to us freely that they go deep in the underground. Yeah, and of course you've got all the various cladding that we know, all the add-ons that you just alluded to, and you know, and there's too many of them. That's the thing. There's far too many of
you're
them.
talking about the bricks. So when did the windows come? Because some of these have quite big windows.
Well, factory-produced windows didn't come until after, for example, the First World's Fair of 1851, which is why everybody's confused as to how you could build Crystal Palace without the metal manufacturing, right? Without the glass manufacturing, the window manufacturing. So I don't know when windows were manufactured, probably late 1800s. I suppose per hand you could have done them, but I don't know. You'd need a specialist workshop for that, I would imagine. But I don't know. I think the windows were made after the fact and added in.
No matter what we think the timeline is or anything like that, you know, I've had so many talks with people, it always seems to go back to the Victorian times. Sven thinks that's when this place started again, but I don't know. I always thought Henry VIII, because there's a lot of Tudor, if you believe, well, anyway, and now we're realising that bricks are older, much older than they say, and how could they be making so many if we weren't manufacturing them till sort of this certain date in the later 1800s. And I just thought it was quite fascinating that, you know, just lately, it's all I hear is, it's the Victorians. They did so much change. It's like they inherited it, or let's change it. They didn't change everything, but they changed a lot of things. Yes, they're crazy Victorians.